Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel for another workday vlog. For those who are new here, my name is Jen and I'm an average software engineer navigating through life in Seattle. Today I'll be walking you through a typical work from home day as the primary on-call for my team. During my on-call rotation, I typically prefer to work from home since I'm usually just debugging issues on my laptop all day, and skipping my morning commute to the office gives me 20 extra minutes to sleep in instead. So I like to take this opportunity to take more of a slow morning, and even though I'm not going into the office, I still like to do my hair and makeup to help me feel more put together for the workday ahead. Otherwise, I just feel more motivated to lay in bed instead. Once I get dressed, it's time for a much needed cup of coffee, and here is my little cafe setup. I've had this espresso machine for nearly 4 years now, and it's probably the best home investment I made, and I actually prefer my own lattes than the ones I've gotten at cafes, so you'll rarely see me at one. Not only do I enjoy the process of pulling my own espresso, but it's also a lot more cost effective than purchasing $7 lattes here in Seattle. Alright, now it's time to get my workday started. I'm the type of person that can't skip breakfast, so I made myself a simple avocado toast, and I usually have my coffee and breakfast at my desk while my cat stares me down for a bite. And before my morning meetings, I started to look at customer-related tickets in our on-call queue. This usually requires a lot of log diving to respond to the concerns, so I like to get a head start on these. For morning meetings today, we had our usual daily stand-up where we discuss progress and identify any blockers. Our stand-ups usually take anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes depending if there are any post-scrum discussions. But today it was quite short because we went straight into our fortnightly sprint planning meeting. For those who aren't aware, these meetings are when we define and assign tasks for all the developers on the team. It could be quite a tedious process, but it's a crucial part of any agile sprint cycle. And during this time, we also update our project tracker for our technical program managers. After our back-to-back meetings, I just ended up going back to some on-call work for the rest of my morning, and luckily I have not been paged yet. It is officially lunchtime, and we actually have an org-wide lunch block between noon to 1 p.m., so we're always guaranteed to get no meeting invites during this time. It was implemented during the pandemic when everyone was working from home, but I'm still glad that the time block exists. And like most days, I'm just preparing myself a quick salad for lunch. I always have some sort of salad mix in my fridge, and honestly it just saves me a lot of time, and I'm all about making simple and quick meals throughout my work week. Also, if anyone else works from home, let me know down below in the comments what your favorite go-to simple meal is, because I'm always looking for new recipes to try. It is back to work time, and since my morning was mainly occupied by meetings, I'm finally getting around to doing some code reviews for my teammates. I typically like to do this before or after my stand-up, but during my on-call rotation, I just try to fit it in whenever I have some spare time. Then I was finally able to work on publishing my own code review. I wrote the initial implementation the other day, so I'm just tidying up the code wherever necessary. Now it's time to hop into my last meeting of the day, which is my weekly one-on-one with my manager. We usually use this time to sync up about my current project and any concerns I may have with it or career progression. But today's meeting was pretty light since we used this time to discuss a concerning issue I found in an on-call ticket and action items we need from our sister teams to resolve the issue. Okay, so now that I have no more meetings for the day, I finally get a longer duration of uninterrupted time to work on my own individual tasks, and I ended up just using this time to finalize my code review to publish. The workday is officially over and it's finally time for me to step out of the apartment for a workout. I've really prioritized my workout routine for both my physical and mental health, and I'm also someone who thrives off of a daily routine, so I actually have a separate schedule for my workouts. My current rotation is Legree 3 to 4 times a week and yoga twice a week. This Legree class is only 4 where no matter how experienced you are, it is still challenging. After my workout, I ended up driving over to Din Tai Fung for takeout. I do usually try to cook dinner at home during the work week, but I was feeling a bit too lazy and tired to cook this evening. I also had Uber credits from my Amex credit card that I needed to use up before they expire. Before I start enjoying my own dinner, it is time to feed Howell. His automatic feeder goes off at 6 a.m. for breakfast, and I feed him dinner in the evening, and I found that it's the best schedule for the both of us, otherwise he'll wake me up at 6 a.m. for food, and that's not enjoyable. From Din Tai Fung, I always order the same dishes, which are the garlic string beans, chicken fried rice, and the shrimp and pork spicy dumplings. I'm a creature of habit, so no matter who I go with, this is the set of dishes I always order. And while I have dinner, it's also my time to catch up on any shows I'm watching. I'm currently watching The Mindy Project, and I like how short the episodes are. Now that I've had dinner and a little bit of downtime, it's time to get back to my desk. I usually spend this time before bed to do any personal work. Today, I actually had to call my best friend in Korea so we could plan out our upcoming trip together. After 3 years of my corporate job, I'm finally going on a real vacation to Korea and Japan. It's also been 4 years since I've seen my friends, so we're looking forward to our little reunion. I always forget how much planning is involved with any trip, but with an international trip, it's a bit more hectic and a lot more planning. I also started editing the rough footage of this video I'm filming. I don't have a strict upload schedule, but I am trying to be more consistent at least, so stay tuned for some upcoming travel vlogs. My evening ends with my usual shower and night skincare. I didn't film much of my evening routine because it's nothing special, but it always ends with a playtime with Howell. He's a very energetic and playful cat, so I'm always running around the apartment with his toy to tire him out. Now it's finally time to get myself into bed. I do take an extra 30 minutes or so to wind down and watch more Netflix. It's probably not the best habit, but oh well. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.